Another day, another video. It's Friday, some various date I can't remember, and I hope everybody that's working the 9 to 5 grind is feeling happy about that. Your weekend's here. Okay, so today it seems like everybody likes the movie Pleasantville, huh? It's a wonderful view into the state of our kind of waking realities of everyday life. Not to mention it's really got really good art in the way they blend the colors together, and it's a great movie. So I figured I'd kind of point out some examples that I see that are just really cool. First off, there was a scene when the whole place started to change, and the guys were in I think it was the bowling alley, and they were talking about it, and the mayor told the one guy, he's like, show them what happened. And he takes his jacket off, and he's got a ironing burn on the back of his shirt. He's like, my wife burned my shirt. He's like, how did that happen? And he's like, she told me she was just thinking. She was just thinking. And I thought to myself, wow, that's so deep right there, you know, because it shows that also in our everyday lives we do so many things and we're just not thinking. And we go throughout our days, and just like Pleasantville, we do these monotonous things. Just like Pleasantville, we live in the same way every day. This is something a lot of people in my position and field are trying to let people know. You're doing the same thing every day. You set your cup in the same spot in the morning. You brush your teeth at the same place in the morning. You get into the same car every morning. You drive the same route every morning. You go to the same desk every morning. You move that same paper every morning. You need your coffee every morning. And every single morning is the same day as the last. And there's like no slip-ups until you get diarrhea or somebody gets sick. And a lot of people aren't even thinking, you know. And this is why that video that movie touches me so much, is because, you know, though it's not as dark and dim, well, I guess as a movie, I think whoever wrote this movie was trying to be reflective of our true nature as people. And I hope you guys love the movie for the same reasons, because it touches a place in me. You know, it talks about racism and art and beauty and the lack thereof. And why did people start to get colors? That's a beautiful thing too. You know, at first, because I hadn't seen the movie in years, at first I was like, oh, is it sex? But no, it wasn't sex, you know. And well, let's go to sexual suppression. That's a good one too. You know, that society just reminds me of like a ultra Christian old school way of life, you know, where sex isn't even talked about. And I know this is a weird subject because sex is everywhere, but sex is nowhere. That's kind of the society we live in. And there's so much sex shaming, and there's so much suppression of sexuality, that I think there's a big gap between men and women. And you know, it was so beautiful when Reese Witherspoon told her mom, like, you know, you don't have to have dad to do this. And she kind of whispers in her ear what she can do, and you see her turn on the bathtub, and I'm like, oh shit. And then all of a sudden she's got this bright face, and she's got this liveliness about her. And it just shows that there's like pieces of ourselves that we hide away. And if we can allow ourselves to expand, a piece of us will grow and become new that was never there before. And man, I loved that. And so, but it wasn't sex that was changing people. What was it? Change. Change is what was altering these people's colors from black and white to color, to beautiful, vibrant colors. It was people doing different things, and that was the idea of the movie, to alter the path of same every day. And I just thought that was beautiful, and it showed that in the beginning, the people who were just so trapped in that same paradigm, they were looking at these people like, oh, you coloreds, like, don't come around here, and don't read your books around here, and don't make those paintings, don't put those paintings on the windows, because there's something about being different. And I really loved also when the books, what was it, Huck Finn or something like that, I don't remember, but the books started coming to life, and there was no writing in the books, and all of a sudden writing came, and Reese Witherspoon was like, I don't know, I just told him what I kind of remembered, and it was only like half the book. And then there was when Bud saw the fire, and he's like, fire, and all the firemen were just sitting at the table, and he's like, cat? And then they all rush up, and when he went into the restaurant after that, everybody was in there waiting for him. He said, how did you know? And he's like, how did I know what? How did you know there was a fire? And they were like so intrigued, like, how did you know? How did you do this? Because nobody ever knew. And it reminded me of you and I, and the idea that standing out and being different is a beautiful, beautiful thing, and how and people will look at you like that sometimes, because there's something in you that changed. There's something in you that altered the path that has been laid upon you since birth. And most people are the same. They have little traits that separate them differently, but most of the time, everybody is really living the same exact life. So when you step up to say, hey, you can live life differently, or you can live life more beautifully, or you can actually be genuinely happy, if you break out of this shell, people are all of a sudden, like, their minds are blown apart, and they're like, whoa, tell me. Or they look at you different, or they might look at you bad, but there's something about you being different and being yourself that is like the most beautiful thing in the world, and will give you colors that you never had before when things were gray. And that's all I have. Pleasantville, United States. Show your colors to the world. Yeah, that's what I got.